Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeon of the Endless. Here we are now on floor number 7, where things are going to start getting particularly nasty. And we actually did a pretty good job in the last floor. We got pretty lucky and things wound up going pretty darn smoothly, I gotta say. Here we are starting out on another new floor, and luckily for us, it is one that has 2 exits. So we're going to have a bunch of nice limited pathways hopefully here, so we can actually set up a nice stable base. Hopefully one of these paths is shorter than the other, and we'll be able to actually get things done there. Let's get a move on, though, and see what's what. First path is a toxic cloud and no new dust. Well, that could be unfortunate. We are going to start off with our standard industry generator setup, because that's generally a good place to start. And we are going to leave you behind here, my good sir. Switching over to group number 1, we're going to leave our operator to sit here with the industry generator, in case we didn't get lucky and found another one here. But we did. That is an interesting looking new kind of monster I haven't seen before. Thankfully, it died pretty quickly. So, we have a nice big power-up since the last time we were here, because we picked up, at the very end of the last episode, the Widower Maker, which is a wonderful weapon, which just about doubled the firepower for Elise Ness, which is awesome. Hopefully we'll find some more weapons and tools soon, so we'll be able to actually fight properly with more of our team. We also got a weapon that just about doubled the efficiency of the weapon Jalari was using, which is also pretty cool. So we're a lot more powerful than we were a moment ago, but we're going to power ourselves up some more here. Stick on the food replicator. There we go. One of the big things we've been doing is using our wonderful armchair general here, the Warden Mormish, to power up our devices. If he stays by them for a little while, he can increase their efficiency, which is incredibly useful, because it makes them generate, at the moment, about 9 more than they're currently producing, which is more than doubling what we're already getting from this thing, which is really powerful. What's in here? A little bit of dust and the science machine. Very nice. So now we're getting 17 from that instead of just 8, which is real good. So that'll let us level ourselves up nice and quick. Here we have the opportunity to get ourselves another food replicator upgrade if we save up a little bit more science. 1 more room will do it, so we're going to do that. We're going to head into here instead and see what we find. Dead end room, that's actually really good right now, and some more dust, but not enough to power it, and unfortunately this is another science room anyway. So we won't be able to do much else with it, but we will be able to analyze the machine and get ourselves a food replicator upgrade, which means that every food replicator we place down gives us 1 more food every turn, which is not bad. That's pretty good, in fact. We'll send our team back over this way. It's unfortunate we have to leave this room unpowered, but it means we can probably buff up this area to make ourselves a little bit better defended. So we're going to throw in a couple of our prisoner prods here, and we'll also throw in a tear gas device and a pepper sprayer. There's another one of these here, isn't there? Are there only 3? Oh no! I thought there were 4 slots in there. Turns out there were only 3 slots. Okay, well that's unfortunate. That's not as well defended as it could be then. But we're just going to have to deal with that. So let's take Team 1 and send them this way instead then and see what happens. This is a nice big room as well. Looks like it's got some doors elsewhere, however. Alright. There's some nasty looking beasties in here. Thankfully they don't last for very long. Big dark room. Okay, well we're not going to be able to do much with this for now. Looks like we may have gone the wrong way if we're looking for a short area, but let's check out this side and see what we can find through here. Hopefully there's nothing nasty awaiting us. This looks like a very small room with some big enemies in it. Thankfully they go down pretty darn fast. Alright, nothing fancy in there either, just some areas we can't really access. Fair enough, next it is then. What do we have in here? Some more dust and a self-powered room. That's actually really nice. Now we can connect up to here. Alright. Well, that means we can build some more devices. If we want to throw down a science creator, this would be the place to do it. It's not great at the moment, though, because it does have the problem of being accessible from this side without power. So we're going to have to hopefully find some more dust soon to protect this area, but for the time being, this is what we've got. There's 7 more dust, which is good, but not enough. Is this also a self-powered room, really? It is, wow. Okay, well that was pretty convenient. Okay, 1 more room. Can we get 3 dust? This is a dead-end room, okay. Interesting. Okay, so there's enemies back behind us now. We're gonna have to go deal with them. Thankfully it's just 1 wave, so we should be able to handle them personally. They are coming all for us, so we should be okay here. Oh yeah, we're good. They went down in no time. Okay, so we have 2 doors here that we have to be careful of, but otherwise this area looks pretty safe. Fairly contained as well. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of room to actually place down large modules back here. So this isn't great, but it's not bad either. I'm tempted to throw down some guns and things in this room, so let's do that. We'll throw down a prisoner prod at each end. And in the middle, we'll throw down a tear gas and a pepper spray. Just to help protect us as best we can in this end, because the last thing we want to do is get swarmed from this backwater side. Hopefully we'll be able to just leave this area alone now for the most part. We'll have to come back here to defend it a little bit, obviously, but the more we can ignore it, the better off we'll be. Alright, let's check out this side instead. Small room, nothing in it. Alright. That's not great for us. That's 2 doors, and hopefully some dust in this one. Nope, nothing in here either. Okay, well then. That is unfortunate, especially since somebody just spawned in this room. Hello, that was a surprise. Okay, let's book it back over here, because they're evidently charging in here pretty hard. Thankfully, the mind control is turning them against each other, which is actually awesome. It's such a good ability. Alright. So we have all these areas now which are actually not safe at all, and I can't turn these ones off because they're powered by a mysterious force. This one isn't, but I don't know if I really want to turn that one off. So that's not ideal, but at least we know that we've got this area pretty well mapped out now. Alright, we're going to throw in some defenses in here then too. Not that that's exactly what I want to do, but I think it's probably what we should be doing. So, let's throw down the same setup we had previously. Right in here. It's a good setup here. Some good buffs and debuffs, or damages and debuffs. And we have 230 food again already, so we can level some people up again, which is the awesome thing about being able to turbocharge our food production. So, what are we going to be doing with you? We can level you up, you get another passive ability there, Gork. Or we could level up Mormish, and that would give us another passive as well. Those look like the best 2 options right now, because the other 2 don't actually give us abilities, and these could be quite useful. So we're going to start by leveling up Gork here and see what we get. That gets us Bloody Showman. Gives him an attack power +4 from monsters in the room. Oh, interesting. So the more enemies that he's fighting, the stronger he becomes. That's actually really good, because the only time we're actually really in any danger is when there's a lot of enemies. So we can get up to 30 extra attack power just from that. That's awesome. And Mormish. We're going to level you up too, because we got plenty of food to spare. And that gave you an ability you've already got. So I guess if we take the tools belt off you... Yeah, that's what happened. Alright, so you gained repair, which is good. It would be useful for you, except that we've already given you the tools belt because it gives you that wit bonus. I'm going to leave this on you because the wit bonus is still very valuable to us. How much does that actually transfer into? If we watch our 18 bonus here, if we take this off, it goes down to 16. Okay, it's only a 2 difference, but that's still pretty good, especially since I have nothing else to put in that slot anyway. Okay, well, that wasn't the best passive we could have gotten, but I can't complain about leveling my heroes up, because they're going to be more powerful that way. Let's go check out what's over here. Actually, no. You stay in this room. You do not leave. There we go. Okay. Our rest of our heroes, however, are going to go venture forth and see what's on this side of the door. Bit of dust? Bit of dust. Good. Okay, we should be able to fight these guys off as long as they don't rush straight for our crystal. We're looking fine here. Oh, man. We gotta do so much more damage now that we have those nice weapons. So much more damage. Okay. Did we power this? Yes, we did. So we can afford to put something in here if we want. I might throw in a tactical heads-up display here. Getting more damage already would be pretty powerful, so we're going to do that. Probably going to throw some weapons down here as well, but there's only 2 slots, so that's not great. Hopefully we can get enough dust to put another room here. Not yet. A little bit short. This is another science room. Weird. Okay. I don't know if we're going to do anything with this right now. I'm going to leave it be for a moment. This is another toxic gas room, which isn't great, though. It's going to slow us down. I don't know if these affect monsters, either. It's possible that the monsters aren't bothered by the toxic gas at all, and that could be an interesting concern if it's actually the case. Here we found some food and some dust, so we can power this room, which is good. However, the enemies are spawning behind us, so we have to book it back over there to stop them. Get right into the core room, please. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Otherwise, we're going to start losing dust, which we cannot afford to do at all. So, We already lost enough to lose 1 power, which is going to mess up this entire setup if we don't do this quickly. And it's randomly turning off other rooms as well. Okay. Getting some of the dust back here, though, is good. These guys seem to be fighting each other mostly. That's good still. Over here, we're losing a little bit of health, but overall, we're fine. Looks like these guys are dead. Let's go grab that dust. Are they dead mostly? Yes, they are. Good. Okay, so that's that. Okay, these rooms being not clear is not good for us. I'm probably going to put this power here for now. That way we can at least put another... No, there's no slots in there at all. Oh, there's 2. That's not very much, though. I don't know. This whole area being fairly undefended is kind of worrying. We just don't have the power to protect ourselves here yet. We need some more dust so we can actually be safe in some respects here. Because if we could throw down... We only have 3 slots in there? Yeah. If we could throw down some weapons and things in here to slow them down as well, that would be good. We can't really afford to build anything else right now, like big, but we can afford to throw down a couple of these. As long as we don't do it too much. This is definitely a problem over here, though. They can get to our core much too easily. Let's try opening some of these side doors and see if we can get it all sorted out quickly here. We found Skroig, another hero. Unfortunately, we're going to have to ignore him because we have no space in our party to take on a 5th hero. What's up in here? Hopefully, dust. Okay, good. Not enough dust. Not that I should really complain about getting any dust, but still, not enough dust. Also, Jaleri is taking a lot of damage. I think she needs to boost up her defense a little bit. Right now, she's still pretty vulnerable. We have 150 resources to burn, so we're going to level her up to get her that +2 defense and a little bit more health. Next level up, she gets another passive, which might be nice. For now, though, we don't have any opportunities to do anything with that. Are there any swarms coming yet? Does not look like it. We're safe for now. Okay. Let's bump through this door and see what we find. We haven't had to use any of our abilities yet, so far we've been off pretty lightly. And we found the merchant. Okay, well, let's chat with him then. What do you got for us, merchant? You're a science merchant. Oh, you might have some good stuff. We can't use your rapier, but that Gatling gun might be very nice. That is a good piece of kit there. It slows you down a little bit, but it gives you 32 more power and reduces your cooldown by 20%, which is pretty nice. Sonic gun is a pistol we can't use. I guess maybe you could use it. A reasonable power boost there. It also speeds you up, which might be worth getting, but I think the important thing here is the Gatling gun, because he's on our killing squad. We need to make sure he's actually got a good weapon. Do we have anything we can sell to him? No, because I sold the toothpick earlier. It wouldn't have been worth much anyway, though. A Gatling gun here, I think, is worth losing the science. Especially since we need weapons. This is what I was talking about before. Since we have people who are using the same class of weapons, it's easy to run into problems where you don't have enough gear to equip all of your team. Let's get these guys back in this direction, though, because I have a feeling we're going to get ambushed now. No, looks like we're safe. Just felt like we had opened enough doors that they were going to try and rush us again. And we do not really have the defenses to survive that kind of thing right now. Let's throw prisoner prod and a prisoner prod in these doors. We're up to 95 food again, but I'm hesitant to use it too quickly. Oh, we found a treasure chest. Very nice. Please be something good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we got a photon decelerator. I don't know what that does. Let's go take a quick look. Is it a pistol? No, it's a tool. Awesome. That gives you 3 speed and gives you the scamper ability. That's really good, so you can move through enemy units without being slowed down. Probably going to give that to you since you're super slow right now. We don't want you to get stuck on people either. Photon decelerator, there you go. You now have scamper, so monsters don't slow you down. That should be really good for us. Unfortunately, let's just pause here for a second. There is monsters everywhere. Let's get back to here if we can. What are these guys doing? They're just fighting right now. That's good. In here, we're doing okay, although again, Jaleri is not tanking quite as well as I might hope she would. These guys are making it out of the room as well, which is very worrisome for us. Looks like he can tank him, though. Especially because that guy thinks he's on our team. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I like it when they think they're on our team and they help us out like that. Okay, we don't have a whole lot of power left. I'm tempted to put it here. If we can block off this area, this will be much safer for our core. I want to move more in this direction for sure, but I'm not sure if it's safe. It looks like the hero we found here is already dead as well, which is unfortunate, but to be fair, we didn't have a spot for them, so nothing we could do. That gets us 8 more dust, which is really good. That means we can close off that area, so they have to come from this side, which is a lot safer for us. It also means if we throw down a couple defenses in this room, we should be even safer from this kind of attack. We can basically ignore them then. It's a little bit wasteful to throw this much stuff over here, but again, if it oh, what did I just do? If it kills them, then we don't need to worry about it. I think I just directed my people to the wrong place. That's fine, though. I can just tell them to stay here. There we go, and that should make enemy rushes much less dangerous, because now they have to go through a bunch of gauntlets here, and we have a safe point over here we can try and lock them down by. Let's check out this door and see what's behind it. 8 power in the exit. Alright, well that means we can close off one of these as well if we want, or we can start exploring over here with a bit more security. Probably a good idea. I'm not sure where we want to put that. Let's explore a little bit more in this direction though, because the last thing you want to do is start running for an exit when you don't have a good secure path around it. There's another merchant over here. I wonder what he wants to sell. He's another science merchant. Okay, well that's unfortunate. He wants to sell us the Rincewind, which is not a Ricewind rather, which is not a very powerful weapon for us at all. He has another Fuzi for us, but again we're using much better weapons than that now. These are not worth it for us. The space suit, I'm still not convinced is a good piece of armor. It slows you down so much. It gives you 13 defense, but for -8 speed, it's really bad. And the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I don't know what knowledge is good does, but it probably powers you up based on how much science you have, perhaps? But we can't afford to buy it anyway, so it's not really relevant in this situation here. However, are we being raided here? No. I gotta keep an eye on the map, because you never know what this game's gonna try and throw at you. Let's check over this door, one last door, and if there's nothing bad that happens this time, we're probably gonna head back, because it's too far in one direction for me right now. We did find a stele. Unfortunately, it's the butchery stele. That's a pain in the butt. Alright, so we're gonna have to move you then, my good sir, because you're not gonna be generating any food if you stay there. I'm just gonna put you on production for now, perhaps. I'd put you on science, but that puts you way too far out of the way. You're going to come power up our production, so we've got even more to use in the future. This should bring us up to 19 after this next turn. It looks like they're still not doing anything, though, so I'm tempted to push one more door. We might be able to make it back here to stop them if anything goes wrong here. This is the way the exit is. I want to find a dead end at the end of it, but it really doesn't want to give me one. 6 more dust. Okay, we're going to turn back. Because yep, there it is. I was expecting some kind of enemy attack this turn, and there it is. 3 waves of enemies are incoming. Okay, that hurt really fast. They spawned in on us and started attacking her instantly. Thankfully, I was able to pause there before anybody died, but that hurt real bad. Let's finish powering you up here. We need to get back to the safety of our defenses, because we are taking a ton of damage incredibly fast. Okay, we're going to burn some food on this. This is why we stockpiled so much food as well, partially to level up, but also partially to make sure we just don't wind up dead. Once we can make it back to here, we should be safe, because then we can take advantage of all of our defensive systems. This area was perfectly fine. All those defenses were more than enough than the enemies that spawned there, but I was not ready for this wave. And I knew I wasn't going to be ready for that wave, so I'm not too worried. Alright, we're going to war cry these guys, and we're going to hold the line these guys. So we should have 1,000,000 defense now, so we should be able to pretty easily stomp them to the ground. Okay. Well, that was probably unnecessarily scary. We're going to go explore this way, I think, and then we're just going to rush the exit. Probably wise at this point. The longer we stay here, the bigger challenges we tempt. Or the more we tempt fate here. Thankfully, this is a lot closer, so we should be able to get here and check this out without getting so far away. Ah, and there's treasure in here, so that was a good choice. What did we get? We got a rapier. Unfortunately, we can't use that, but this is a dead-end path, which is nice. So we should be able to get back here pretty quick. All the enemies are spawning on this side, which is a little bit worrying. But if we book it back in this direction, we might be able to get here before they rush past us. Okay, they are moving fast for that core. We are going to hold War Rider with you. You're going to get right down there real fast. You got slowed down instantly there, which is not what we're looking for, unfortunately. We're going to lose some power here. Okay. We lose a lot of power here. We're too slow. Oh, look at our power drain there. That is terrible. We need to turn those back on for sure. And that's all we get. Okay, we turn this off then. We need to get to the exit. We don't have enough time to keep exploring here. We are begging for trouble if we don't. Okay, what we're going to do then is we are going to go armchair, firepower, turtle. There should be 2 in here still. I can't even see where our heroes are right now. You're in here, and you're in here. We're going to give you some health. Everybody get some health. Wow. You just got eaten there. You're still fighting here. Okay, we're okay. You're still tanking a ton of damage there, friend. That's not good right now. Thankfully, we've got plenty of food to spare, but we need to kill some of these people because they are destroying us. So we're going to bring our valiant horsemen back in to help out. Keep an eye on that health bar. How are we doing here? You, sir, are going to leave the room. And we should be good now. Okay. Oh boy, that was painful. Alright, time to turn off all these rooms. Oh, I can't turn off those ones, that's right. Okay, well, we are going to be getting out of here as quick as we can. We're going to be turning on power all along the path to here, hopefully preventing them from rushing us too hard. This corner might be nasty, but we're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to try and bump it up with as much firepower as we can get. And we're going to try and rush out of here again, because that's literally the only way the only chance we have for survival right now, I think. If we try and hang around in here, we're just going to get dead. So, we are going to capture this crystal. You guys are going to stand here for now. We're going to put some more defenses in on the way out, I think. So we'll throw down a prod or 2 and a pepper spray. You should be able to get out pretty easily with this still, though. You guys are going to start moving. Alright. We're going to grab this. Grab it. And get out. This should be the only door between us and freedom. Yeah, that's the last door of the current floor of the dungeon. And it had just some dust in it, and some bad guys, unfortunately, but we might be able to hold them off here. Everybody get this way. We might be able to get out without getting horribly murdered. I think we're gonna all get here before they can absolutely destroy us by stacking up and just tanking damage in. Alright, we made it to the exit, and that means it is time to leave. We could try and fight some people, but there is some nastiness over here. We can survive maybe for a little bit here, but I'm not even sure if it's worth it at this point. Alright, we survived for a little bit. Let's watch these red dots approach. Alright, it's time we got out of here. Hit the exit button. Oh boy. We leave with a whole bunch of resources, though. 99 industry, 71 science, and 127 food. Very nice. We opened 130 doors. We killed 1,098 monsters now. Total time is 50 minutes, although it's taken much longer than that in real time. And we've killed... That stage was only 8 minutes long, apparently. Very nice. Our score is 6,178, and we're on floor 8 now. Very nice indeed. Why is everything in this place busted except the elevator? That's all she has to say. Alright, well, you know what, guys? I think that we're actually going to be calling this episode after 1 floor at a time now. The last episode, we did 2 floors, and it was like 50 minutes long almost, and that's a little bit longer than I was planning for this series. So we're probably going to do them 1 floor at a time now until we die, which may be soon, may not be soon. We'll see how far we get. So, if you enjoyed the episode, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye.